My name is Thomas Brush, and I make indie games for a living. Come on in. Let's have some fun. This is gonna be a good live stream. If you're joining us, not during the live stream, and you're watching this later, I want to say hello and welcome. And if you're joining us during a live stream, I want to say hello and welcome. It's always fun having you guys with us. Before we get started, I do want to let you know that we have a 25% off coupon today for Full-Time Game Dev, which is my massive online program with over 30 hours of content. This is a huge course. It's going to teach you everything that I've learned in the last 5 years of, honestly, living the dream. This is a dream job, dream come true. Make games full-time from my office at my home. I'm a normal guy. I've got a family. I've got bills to pay, and I make indie games for a living. I'm going to teach you everything that I've learned regarding securing funding from publishers, securing funding from Kickstarter, and the best part is this funding is for your demo. It's just a demo. So I'm going to teach you how to take a demo and get 6 figures in funding. Can't make any promises, but I can promise I'm going to teach you everything that I've learned in the last 5 years. Join over 2,000 students with the code below. Get 25% off, and I'll see you there. There's a beautiful Discord community, a very happy, helpful Discord community. So I'll see you there. All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump in to our stream, and we're gonna get started. All right, here, let's see. What are we working on today? Yesterday was an interesting day. I can show you what we made. Let me turn this music down just a little bit. There we go. All right, I'm gonna show you what I worked on yesterday. I'm gonna go to Game View here, and we're working on a game. For those of you who don't know, we're working on a game called Father. So let's go ahead and enter the game. A little loud. Let me turn down the volume just a little bit here. Let's see here. Just turn it down just a little bit. There we go. All right. Let's go ahead and hit play, and I want to show you what we've been working on. All right, so we got 2 enemy types, really. Well, we've got 3 enemy types. We got to sort of get them all working, okay? We've got this guy here who chases you around. His body parts explode when you shoot them. And we also got ragdoll physics, okay? But we've also got this weird thing, this flying enemy type. You know, I say it's the Eye of Sauron, but there are other interpretations as well. But we gotta get a lot of stuff working here. You can barely see this rocket here, so we're gonna change the graphic for the rocket. And also we're gonna change the sound effects for the rocket, and also allow you to actually shoot it and see it explode. So there's plenty to do today. Let me go ahead and check on the chat, make sure everybody's happy today. Let's see here. Hey guys, how are you? Come on in, come on in. Good, 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 good. All right. All right. Oh, we've got a lot of people watching already. Wow. 112 people. All right. Well, good. I want everybody to be happy. So it sounds like Fart says that they're happy, and that's all I want. I just want you guys to be happy. All right, let's go ahead and, well, let's work on the design for the rocket. All right. So the first thing I want to do is just go ahead and jump into our enemy. So let's see here. That's a poor choice of words. Let's see here. Jump into this enemy type here. And let's see. What are we shooting? If we go to our script over here, it's called Sample Drone Enemy. All right. And Brandon, you're asking me what renderer do I use? I'm just using the standard renderer. Nothing special here. It's a classic FPS game, so it's retro and it's not particularly fancy. Although we are trying to work within the confines of the classic feel and still have it look unique and beautiful. So let's go ahead and jump into, don't use that word. Let's enter into, let's click on this enemy type here. And I got a lot of comments yesterday about my enemy type here. And I'll admit, you guys know, you know me. I prefer my enemies to have a certain feel. Let's go ahead and see what we're shooting. Okay, we're shooting a projectile, and it's this homing missile. All right, good. We've got this homing missile. Let's double click this homing missile. And what do I want this missile to look like? I think I want it to look like a glowing sort of demonic orb that's possessed. Hey, David, how are you, buddy? Guys, welcome David. David's actually a pretty active member in my online course. Let's welcome David. All right, so we've got these two cubes here. Nothing special. They're just graphics. But one of them has a box collider. Okay, so we want to make sure that we keep that. But I'm going to go ahead and disable all of these here. And I'm going to just create a sphere. So let's go ahead and create a 3D sphere. And I just want it to be white. And sort of maybe we can have it rotating and have a transparent texture on it. So I'm going to just test something out here. I'm going to go ahead and create a texture inside of Photoshop. And that texture is going to be sort of like an electrical. And we're going to have white. And then we're going to have, let's see here. Let's do 500 by 500. We're going to have white, and then we're going to have electricity as well. So what I want to do is actually go to pexels.com, okay? At pexels.com, what you can do is you can find all sorts of cool graphics. And I just sort of use, or images really, they're photos. And I just take them, and I see if I can use them in my textures. Electricity. Let's see if we can find something interesting here. Nothing crazy here. Nothing that I really like. I wonder if I could... Ooh, I think I have an idea. What about water? Okay. Let's see here. Water actually might look kind of cool. Yeah, there it is. Okay. We're going to copy this. Let's bring it into Photoshop. And obviously I need to credit all of these images, I believe. I'm sort of focusing on crediting things at the end. I find all the stuff that I used and credit then. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the curves, and I'm going to just crank up. Yep, there we go. What did I tell you guys? You need to listen to me more. All right, so there's our electricity. And then I'm going to copy this, okay? I'm going to create a mask, and I'm going to paste it inside of itself. And now we have this cool sort of electrical look. See that? And I'm going to save it. And we're going to save it in our textures folder. Let's see here. Sorry, I've been working on a lot of things today, so there's a ton of different folders that are in my recent or my favorites. I've been working on a new game kit. I've been working on a new a new online course called 2D Art Pro. If you want to get notified of the launch of that, by the way, you can click below and just sign up for the webinar, which is a free webinar where I'm going to teach you how to secure 6 figures in funding, at least my 3 secrets. Also, you could sign up for my free 2D game kit below. Both of those are totally free. And once I get your email address, I will send you a discount code when the 2D Art Pro course is live, but I'm working on that today. Okay, so anyway, let's save this electricity, and I'm going to save it inside of my Father assets here. Yep, there we go. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and go to the Git folder. There we go. And by the way, this project is stored on Git in a private repo, so that's how I'm doing version control. Let's just go to textures here, and we're going to type in, or go to other here, and I'm going to call this electricity. Okay. And we're going to see how this looks on the circle. Sometimes it's hard to know what Unity is going to do with the wrapping with this texture, but let's go ahead and type in electricity. Where is it? Well, did it save? It shoulda. It shoulda saved. Let's see here. Yeah. Oh, that's wrong folder. We need to go to Father Git. There it is. Father Git. Go to Assets and right down here to Textures and put it in the other folder, and there it is, electricity. Okay, let's see how this wraps with this sphere. Okay, there it is. I'm just going to drag it over there, and it's going to create a material. Okay, there it is. And let's see here. All we've got currently is it's white. So we're going to go ahead and do fade. Good. Look at that. I love that. Okay, it actually wraps really well. Sweet. So what we could do is actually have multiple electricity spheres. So I'm going to call this electricity sphere 1. And I don't want it to be, or just electricity sphere actually, because I'm going to make a prefab out of it. And let's see here. Does it need to be transparent or cut out? I like cut out better. No. Well, let's see here. I want it to emit as well. So let's see. Set it to emission. White. Good. There we go. And it's just going to be spinning. Okay, I think I have a rotate. Yeah, I have a rotate object script. Good. That's something I wrote a while ago, I believe. Let's see here. Yep. We're going to set the speed to, I don't know, 360. And I believe the rotate object script, I can actually choose what's the word? The direction, okay? So what we're going to do there is actually we need to go into the script here. Yes, okay, right here. This is going to be called direction, okay? And we're going to create a new serialized field, and this is going to be a vector 3, and this is going to be called direction, okay? Now, by default, we do want direction to be... Oh, crap. Yeah, by default, we want direction to be... we're going to make it private first. Hold on. The reason I'm doing this is because I just realized it's going to replace everything, and we don't want that. By default, we want it to be up. Okay, and it's not a new vector. It's just vector 3 up. Okay, that's the default. So let's let it load into Unity so the default is set on any object that uses the rotate. Okay, good. Okay, now if we set this to serialized field, it's going to show up in our inspector. Okay, and that means we can actually change it later. So we could choose which axis we want this rotation to occur on, all right? And I do want this sphere to also be just white in here, so we're gonna have another one. This one actually, what we could do is we could go ahead and grab this material, and I'm gonna actually duplicate this, and I'm gonna call this electricity thick, all right? That made me think of Danny. Electricity thick. And now what I can do is actually just change the tiling to something really small, like 0.1 and 0.2. Wait. What's going on here? Wait. Let's see here. Ah, wrong one. Pff, Thomas. 1 and 1, and then set this to 0.1, and then 0.1. No. How about 25 and 25? Nope, that's not going to work either. 0.01, and then 0.01. There we go. Okay, see that? So it's just going to be 0.001, and then 0.001. And it's just going to be this very, actually, right there. There we go. Okay, there we go. So it's going to be sort of like a half sphere, but it's going to spin really, really fast, okay? You see that? Let me check on the chat. It's so funny. I'll just ramble, and then I'm like, wait, am I still live? It's hard for me to know. And I did mention this earlier, but I'm going to mention really quick because a lot of you have just joined me. My online program is 25% off. So feel free to click below. And if you join the program, I'll give you a shout out live. That's just my extra special way of making this offer special to you. I'll give you a shout out live right now. So feel free to check it out below. It's a massive online program with over 2,000 students. So yeah, feel free to check it out. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and change the direction. Look at this. Why is the direction not setting properly? Here's what we need to do. We need to have it set to vector 3 up. Something's wrong here. That's right, Sethi. Is it just me, or is this electricity looking kind of thick? It is. I love Danny. He's so great. I would love to meet Danny one day. Somebody let him know. Somebody let the man know. If I can meet PewDiePie, I can meet Danny, right? Like that's possible. Is Danny? Danny is pretty funny. He's up there with PewDiePie in terms of the kind of content he creates. He's legit. Okay, we're gonna set the direction to up, which is 1, and then this one's gonna be 1, and then it's gonna rotate pretty fast, okay? So this is the homing missile. So let's at least take a look at how it looks. Let me kill you. Okay, kill that guy, and let's see how this homing missile looks. Okay, let's take a look here. He's gonna shoot it at me. There it is. All right. So far, so good, actually. That's kind of cool. I didn't expect it to work that good. So obviously, there needs to be a lot more going on. Cosmo123, thank you so much. Coding and Flow says flying. I can't say it, but I did not. No. This is a. It's a creature. All right, let's go into the rocket projectile. Actually, that's not it. It's the homing missile. Okay, there it is. It's pretty small here, so I'm going to scale it up to about like this. And obviously, it was rotating way too fast. So we're going to set it to 20. Well, no. How about 125? This was going to be negative 360. And we're going to rotate this along the x-axis. And then we're going to do one more. Okay, and this one's going to be sort of in here. And it's going to be rotating along the z-axis. And we're going to create a new material here. And this was going to be electricity. We're going to duplicate it with Command D or Control D if you're on a PC. Electricity, what? Faint. All right. And this is just going to, let's see if we can decrease the opacity. And this is going to be this one here. Yeah. So drag that in. Good. And we're just going to see if we can decrease the opacity. We can. Good. Ooh. We need to actually set that one to a different, we need to set it to fade. All right, good. Something like that. And yeah. And then also, it really should have a trail. So what I'm going to do is actually add a trail to the actual projectile. Trail renderer. And it'll decrease like this, and it's going to have a time of 5. That's fine. Let's see what happens when I move it. Okay, good. And let's see if we can just go ahead and add to the trail the electricity faint. I wonder what happens. Oh, that looks cool. Oh, wow. Look at that. How strange. I like it. And just decrease the actual trail width here. The truth is, I don't really like it, actually, now that I'm looking at it. I mean, well, it's hard to know. So let's go to the electricity here, and I want it to look a little bit more retro. So I'm going to set it to point no filter. Max size is going to be tiny, 128. Look at that. There we go. All right. Let's go ahead and, you know what I'm going to do is just rotate these randomly. Whoa, Thomas. We need to set homing missile to 0.3, 0.3, 0.3. There we go. Okay, so the rotation should look a little bit better now. Rotate that. Rotate that. What the? Why? How strange. Boop. Ah, I see. We had some scaling issues because the parent was apparently the parent was apparently scaled and squashed. London Street Gaming or Linden Street Gaming says pleasant good morning, good afternoon, and good night, everyone. Same to you. It's awesome. Aaron, what's up, buddy? Good to see ya. Good to see ya. All right. And by the way, guys, we have, I believe we're going to do a Q&A today. So stick around for the Q&A. All right. Let's go ahead and jump on in. Take a look. We'll kill this guy. And let's see what happens. There it is. So it's moving pretty fast. It's rotating pretty fast, so we're going to shrink it down significantly. It looks pretty good, though, so far. Awesome. That's cool. I like that a lot. Let's go ahead and jump to the homing missile. Good. There we go. And it's moving way too fast. So let's see if we can set it to something like 25, maybe. negative 25. And then this one we can do like 15, something like that. Honestly, there needs to be a white orb in the center, okay? So what I'm gonna do is actually just set, do I have a white material? I do, let's see. Okay, cool. So it's this one here, okay? Let me set that to white. Whoops, wrong one. No, that's fine, I guess. We're gonna scale it down though, so that, yeah, okay. Scale that down to about like this. And then we can even add a halo to it. Is that it? Yeah. Set a halo, there we go. So that it looks like it's glowing a little bit. And what we can do is actually decrease significantly the opacity. And you can actually add multiple halos. Well, you should be able to. Let's create an empty child. And then we're gonna do a halo inside of that one. When I say you should be able to, what I mean is, come on, Unity. There we go. So we have our cool little halos. And guys, these are gonna be yellow. Let's go ahead and kill that father by default so that we don't have to kill it every time. And let's run it over to our buddy here. Alright. Let's see how it looks. For some reason it deleted. Okay, there we go. All right, that looks awesome. Okay. Good, good. Let's see if we can just keep making it better, right? So let's go ahead and go to our homing missile here. The trail renderer, I actually kind of want it just to be white. So I'm going to go ahead and do that really quick here. Let's see, a trail renderer. Does that look better here? Let's take a look. It does. All right, and the color is going to fade out. There we go. All right. Let's see here. Okay. All right, by the way, guys, if you haven't downloaded my free 2D game kit below, feel free to click below and download that. And also remember, you can also check out my free lecture. It's an hour-long lecture about how you can secure 6 figures with just a demo. Totally free. It's my treat to you. All right, guys, let's go ahead and let me think here. Maybe add some particles. That would be cool. So let's go to this guy here, and we're gonna go ahead and add, oh, where are the particles here? There should be, that's strange. We made particles yesterday, but I'm not seeing them. How strange, let's see. There's no particles, where did they go? Looks like they didn't save. But here's what we can do. We can go to the main player controller. There we go. And got water on the bottom of my mouse. That's weird. Let's go to our, we have dust motes here. And these dust motes we could just copy actually and paste them inside of our enemy or our missile. Homing missile, there it is. Paste those inside, zero them out. There we go. There they are. And I'm actually gonna call these electric spark trail because I think I might want to use this multiple times. So I'm gonna bring that into my father prefab folder, and then I'm gonna go ahead and set them both to white. See? There we go. And the shape will be 0. Yeah. There we go. And no force, right? No velocity over time. So if I, hopefully, let's see here, in the simulation space is set to world, that's good. So if I move the homing missile around, hopefully, we'll see those sparks appearing behind the trail. Now, looks like the white is not working properly. Let's see here, maybe I need to use the dust mote instead. Let's go to dust mote here and drag this onto our trail renderer. Let's see what we get. That's better, okay. All right, cool. Let's see here, anything else? And obviously, you know, we need an explosion effect. We could actually probably just use this as the sort of template for the explosion effect for this homing missile. on, buddy. Good. It looks really good. All right. And it hits us pretty close, actually. I don't really like that. Yeah, that's really unfair. We also need a spit particle emission. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. So one of the things that we're having an issue with, and there's two ways to fix a problem sometimes with game development. You spend an hour trying to figure out what's going on with the code. So the trail render is just deleting entirely, and I'd rather it just stop, like slowly fade out. I don't want to deal with that. So what we're going to do is actually just go to our homing missile, and we're going to make the trail renderer smaller so that it's not as noticeable and just a lot more faint. So 2 seconds long is the trail renderer, and then we're also going to go to the alpha right here. Just really bring it down so you can just faintly see it. The electric spark trail, I didn't really notice it, to be honest with you. And also, we've got an issue with our box collider. Let's see here. Okay, that's interesting. What about this? We got a rigid body on this, but we don't have a box collider. Let's double check here what's going on. Ooh, we have some explosion sounds here. Yeah, we can actually change the explosion sounds. Also, there's explosion particles we can add. That's interesting. Let's go to the rocket projectile here and take a look. There it is. All right, cool. So believe it or not, we could take the big explosion here, and I believe we could just paste it in here, and we can tell the script to make the explosion effect. Pretty cool. All right. So I believe we should be good here. Let's go to our rocket, actually, and see rocket launcher, and then this is the rocket launcher sound. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and just set up the sound effect. This is probably not going to be the one I want to use, but it's better than what we had. So let's see here. Make sure you guys can hear everything okay. You can, good. Turn it down just a little bit for you. All right, shoot a rocket at me, buddy. Didn't do it. Crap. I hear the sound, that's for sure. Oh, and I see the particles as well, so that's good. It really should come towards my face as well. Let's go to the homing missile here and see if we can figure out some kind of offset. Yeah, this big explosion effect doesn't actually do anything. Interesting. Let's take a look and see why. Yeah, I don't know why there's no explosion effect. So we're gonna need to take a look at that. Yeah. Now let's see where the sound is being played through. I believe it's playing through something inside of the player. I also don't really know how big this box collider is to be hitting the player so soon. So that's kind of unfortunate too. So there's a few things that are bugging out with this. I'm trying to figure out which ones I want to tackle first. Is there a shoot sound? Let's see here. Okay, so we're going to go to the enemy first. We're going to see if we could do a shoot sound. There's a lot of things I need to tackle here. So let me see here. There's no current shoot sound associated with this. So we're gonna need to create a shoot sound. All right. Woo, there's a lot to do here. Okay. Oh man, yeah, there's a lot that I need to do here. It's a little bit daunting because my head is definitely not feeling. I don't feel like coding today. I really don't, or digging through code. So let's see if we could just figure out the shoot sound really quick, okay? Because it looks like there's no shoot sound. Let's type in shoot projectile. There we go. Projectile. Good. Create projectile. So that's a function. Let's take a look at that function. See what's going on. Create projectile. Instantiate projectile prefab. Okay. What I'm thinking about doing is just putting a sound effect on that homing missile. Okay. So right here, what we could do is literally just put on an audio source here, and then what you would do, you would set the Doppler, or I'm not the Doppler, but the spread. The minimum distance is like honestly 10, so you're gonna hear it pretty close. And the spatial blend is gonna be 3D. Reverb, zone mix, that's good. And then I could just go ahead and, do I have a shoot sound that I can use here? Let's just use this one for now, which is, okay. That's fine. Let's just see if it works. Let's go ahead and go to our drone here, all the way on over. So this should play when it spawns. Good, okay. All right. All right, and that sound effect, that explosion sound effect it's working all right. I'm just curious what the sound is actually playing through. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the homing missile. We could just dig into the code really quick. So let's go into the projectile here. And let's take a look and see what the explosion sound is being played through. Impact here. Does explode. Okay, play clip at. All right, so it's playing it. The explosion sound is being played. Okay. At the actual controller's position, but it's only being played at 0.2. Okay, a volume of 0.2. So really it should be 1. Okay, so let's double check and see what's happening here. Let's see if this fixes it. Okay. Well, let me think here. So this projectile, okay, what am I doing here? The problem is that this projectile script is being used with the rocket launcher and also with the player. Or I'm sorry, with this homing missile. So whatever I change here is going to affect the rocket launcher as well. Does that make sense? Explosion particles set active true. Explosion particles transformed at parent equals null. And then destroy the explosion particles after 5 seconds. So I'm not sure why we're not getting an explosion effect for 1. But let's go ahead and just test this out here. Let's run it over to our buddy here and take a look. Come on, shoot me. Yeah, let's shoot our rocket launcher and see what we get. Okay, so that's strange. I don't know why that's happening. So the rocket launcher sound is much louder. So it's almost as if this function isn't even firing for some reason. If does explode, let's double check and see if the homing missile actually is set to explode. It's set to does explode. That sucks. So I was honestly thinking it wasn't set properly, but it is. So that's kind of frustrating. The way we test this out is we just we debug it. Debug.log explode. And we'll just list out the game object name that's exploding. If the speed of the projectile drops below a certain speed, then kill it. Huh. Is homing missile impact if timer impact true? What? I don't know what these two values are, because I'm looking at this and it doesn't have two booleans. By the way, guys, the script was written by my buddy AJ. So I hired AJ to do the script, and then I'm just sort of digging in and making it work for the game. This 3D game kit will be available in September. It should be, fingers crossed, to purchase. If you want to know when the 3D game kit is available at a discount, feel free to sign up below for the webinar or just the 2D game kit, and I'll send you an email when it is out. So let's double check here and see what's going on. Why do I have 2 impact scripts? Look at this. What? Thomas, what did you do? Is this my fault? It's probably my fault. Yeah, it's probably my fault. This is so strange. Why would I have 2 impact scripts? You know? Why would I have 2 impact scripts? Does anybody know why that would even... That's so weird. We have 2 impact functions here. Oh, that's not good. That is so weird. Huh. Why would I have 2 impact scripts? Does anybody know why that would be? Let's double check here. It's just a method overload. Are we sure? Are we sure it's just a method overload? I've never done that before in my life. What does that mean? Oh, that sucks. I don't know what an overload is. Let's look it up. I've never done this in my life. I told you guys I'm a moron. Method overload. Unity. We're gonna figure this out together, guys. I have never done that before. Method overloading. Some class. Let's look it up in a different spot. So interesting. I didn't know you could do that. I had no idea. Okay. So we're getting on collision enter is homing missile impact, and then there's impact. Ah, yes. Okay. Okay. So impact, this is for the homing, not for the homing missile. This one is for the homing missile. So yeah, there's 2 different impacts. There's impact homing missile basically, and then there's impact not homing missile, right? So we're gonna go ahead and copy all this here. Let's see. And we're gonna do explosion effect. We're gonna create a new function. It's gonna be called explosion effect. Private void explosion effect. We're just gonna copy over all that crap. There we go. So that we can use it in both the impact for the actual regular missile, but also the impact for the homing missile. There we go. Okay. You know, that's interesting. Ah, yes, okay. Right there. Explosion effect. But I will say, I now know kind of what AJ was doing here. Explosion effect. Okay, so there's just a little bit subtle difference when it comes to the explosion effect with the homing missile versus actually shooting a rocket. So what I'm going to do... Yeah. Well, we're going to try that out first. Let's test that out. That should do it, right? So it looks like an overload is basically you could just create a different function with different parameters. And if those parameters match, right? If the signature of those parameters match, it's going to fire that function. I didn't know that. Okay, so that works. Good. Now what about this fella here? Come on. Good. Yay! Thanks, guys. Awesome. Okay, let's see here. Trying to think here. I'm trying to think what should happen if the timer ends. Should there be an explosion? And I don't think there should be. I think there should be a sort of just dissolve effect with like dissolve particles. Yep, something like that. We're not going to worry about that right now, though. Let's go to the homing missile. And let's double check here. Let's go to the homing missile. And we're going to see if we can... First off, let's make the color a little bit more yellow, okay? So we're going to go ahead and go to the sphere here. This one is... white. Okay. All right, so first things first. Let's take this white and we're going to create a new one, and it's going to be called just light yellow. And it's just a sprite, or really it's just an unlit material. Nothing crazy. A little bit yellow here. There we go. Drag it to, I believe, here. There we go. Okay. And then also we can do the same with the... oh man, it's not working. I think we got to do it with the emission. Yeah, okay. There we go. So we're going to do one there, and maybe we can do another one with a different color. I don't know. Maybe a little bit more orange. No, that's fine. All right. So that's what it's going to look like. And then also you want to go to the halo, which is right there. And we're just going to do a faint yellow. Orange. That's good. Okay. Now, obviously, it's a little too big, so we're going to do 0.2 and 0.2 and then 0.2. That's the size. Let's take a look. Run all the way over to our friend here. I'll probably need to drag him closer to me so I don't have to keep running to him. Come on! Oh, that looks great. Okay, same with the trail. The trail is a little big, so we're going to go ahead and go to the homing missile. And let's go to the trail. These sparks we could do yellow as well. I'm just going to choose, it's kind of like a peach reddish spark. Let's go to the trail. Good. And we're just going to choose, I believe we should be able to choose. Come on, what's going on? There we go. That sort of color there. And then this one, maybe we can fade out red, you know? But obviously the opacity will go down. Okay, let's take a look and see how that looks. Okay, and then we're going to make it much smaller. And this is something that I actually really enjoy, is you can go with a thick one, right? Like this, okay? And then, can you add 2 trail renderers? I don't think you can. Copy component. Paste component as new. Okay, you can't. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new empty child. It's going to be trail renderer white. And you can actually paste that trail render in, but this one is going to be white, okay? And it's going to have a glow effect. And then obviously you want it to be thinner as well. See, look, really, really thin here. And now if we move it around, we have a white one inside of the yellow one. That white one we're going to do really small, though. Really, really small. Like this. There we go. All right. And the big one, drop it down a little bit too. Okay, let's save that out. The halo is a little bit big. And there's a halo here as well. We do like a yellowish color there as well. Ooh, that looks great. I know for a fact I don't like the shoot sound. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to freesound.org and we're gonna find sort of an electrical burst sound. So if we can do, let's see here. All right, there we go. Whoops. Let me log in really quick. Let's see if we can find an electrical sort of spurt. What is going on? Free sound. There we go. All right. And it also needs an electrical loop. So we're going to do electricity. Nope. Ooh, I like that. Cool. So we're going to do that one, although part of me wants to steal some sound effects from Castlevania 64. Do you guys want to try that? There's a sound effect. It's an electrical sound effect that I would just love to use. I'm not sure if we could find it, though. It's like the classic 90s electricity sound for like steampunk games. And I would love to find that. Let's go ahead and save this out really quick. There we go. So we're going to save that. And I believe there's a YouTube video with all of, this is so interesting. There's a YouTube video with all of the, sound effects from Castlevania. So let me see if I can find it. There it is. I downloaded it recently. So I'm going to see if I can open this with Audacity and find, or just, how about let's just open it in. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can find it. Now the question is, Thomas, is this legal? I can't imagine that Konami is going to come after me for using an electricity sound effect from Castlevania 64. When in fact, I'm pretty sure that the sound effects that a lot of these N64 games used were just stock sounds that everybody was using. I guess I'll take my chances. So let's see if we can find this here. Okay. Ooh, what's that? I like that. All right, so that one's at 210. That's a cool sound effect. Again, I have no idea if this is legal. Actually, technically it's not legal, but I want to do it. Okay, so that was at 210. Let me see if I can go to my... let's open up it on Audacity. So that's at 210. And let's get that sound effect first and see if we like it. I kind of want it to be more of an electricity sound, though. That's a cool sound, though. I like that a lot. So this is a long audio file here. There we go. So that was at 210 right here. Yeah. Okay, that's one of them. So can I add a marker here? I can, okay. All right, so we got a... Ooh, so many good sound effects. Let's see if we can find the electricity sound, though. What? 147. Okay. Okay, we'll mark there as well. Let's actually save that one out. So what I'm gonna do is zoom in and just grab this here. That's not the one, you know? It's not, maybe you don't know. That's not the one. But it might do for now. Okay, so that's one of them. Let's go back to scrubbing. So what was that at? That was at, let's see here. Like 115 or something. Yeah, okay, yeah, 147.
Don't leave me.
Oop. I don't like that. Ooh, good sounds. All very good sounds. Okay, we're almost there. I'm gonna find it. Oh, I need that sound. Hold on. Okay, I need that sound. That one's 404. The reason I want that sound is that is a sound effect used in so many games. And I've always wanted to know where it is, and it's right here. So I'm gonna save that one for later, right here. Oh, I need that one. So we're gonna go ahead and export that selection really quick. Just save this for later for a gate. I know I want to use this. So this is called Metal Gate Open. I have heard that sound effect so many times in other games. Let's keep going here. Beautiful. Ooh, I like that.
A young girl gifted with great magical powers, turn to the dark wheel and his canvas in the movies is quite as
Well,
that plunged vampires him to oppose.
okay, so it looks like we're gonna have to use this one here. We have to, right? So what I'm gonna do, and we're gonna try and sort of even out this volume here. Let's see if you can't really see it. There we go. We're gonna even out this volume. Try and I don't know what the right word is. There we go. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna zoom in, fade this out, fade this. No, that's not gonna fade in. That's just gonna cut directly to it. And then I'm gonna go tracks, mix and render so that the volume is sort of applied. And then I'm gonna copy this, go to tracks, create a new stereo track, fade in here. It's gonna be a pretty long fade in so it doesn't feel too abrupt. How's everybody doing in the chat? Is it legal to rip off sounds from a Castlevania 64 game? All right. Okay, we're gonna mix and render. So my sort of philosophy here is I wouldn't do this with like a modern game. This is kind of what this is like. This is kind of like what you would see in like a vaporwave track, or any sort of sampling of a song. You're trying to get that old. Just my sort of reasoning behind why I'm doing this is you're trying to get that old school feel, right? That 90s feel. And there's just certain sound effects that you would find in 90s games, and I want to try and find those and use those. Here we go. That's just my logic. All right, fade in. Ardrion says, "Hey Thomas, I recently watched a video you made with Jonas 6 months ago. Very inspirational. I don't intend to be a game dev, but here I am." That's awesome. Nix128 says, "What are we doing today?" Well, we're creating sort of the flying enemy type. Sort of a flying enemy that has a homing missile that it launches out of its face. And right now we're working on the looping sound effect that you're going to hear as the homing missile comes towards you. It's going to be an electrical orb because this game is going to have a lot of like steampunk vibes. I love steampunk. So I'm going to copy all of this. This is really cool. So I can copy that and then fade this out. We did this yesterday. Then you reverse the clip from the beginning, but put it over here and then fade it in. Okay, there we go. Where does a simple man get sound effects without stealing sound effects? You should never steal sound effects. Honestly, this is the first time I've stolen sound effects. It's an old game, guys. So it's like, I don't really feel bad. It's like creating vaporwave stuff. But you can get them on freesound.org. That's usually where I get sound effects. Okay, so this is going to be, I'm just going to label it so that in the future, if I'm getting nervous, like if I wake up one morning at 4 a.m. and I'm freaking out and I have a panic attack, I can go, why am I having a panic attack? And then I can open up my sound files and go, oh, it's because I'm stealing a sound from Konami. So I'm going to label this. I'm going to label this Electricity, Konami, Castlevania 64. Just in case, right? I'm going to call it borrowing. That's right. All right, let's go to Unity here. And let's go ahead and add a new audio source. This is not the best way to do this, but hey, I'm just going to hire someone to optimize my game, guys. So for me, I'm just going to make a great game, and then I'm going to worry about optimizing it later. Someone else will. All right, we're going to set this to loop. We're going to set the spatial blend to 3D. And the minimum distance is going to be set to 10. The volume isn't going to be that intense. 0.91 is good. All right, and let's take a look. Here we go. And by the way, guys, the music that's playing is from Castlevania. That I will not steal, but this is just for me to feel inspiration. You'll notice that a lot of the tracks I'm using while I'm creating this game are going to be from old classic 90s games. Just for me to get inspired. Obviously, I'm going to write my own for that. Okay, let's go. Come on, buddy. Awesome. Okay, I don't like the electricity trail, actually. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my homing missile here. And I'm going to remove the electricity spark trail. Well, the truth is, Actually, if we just set the size over lifetime to decrease, what I don't like about it, it'll actually be solved. What's the software that I'm using to make sound effects? It's called Audacity. It's called Audacity, and it's totally free. Interestingly, everything that I'm using is free right now. Isn't that crazy? Unity's free. Audacity is free. Blender for the 3D models is free. Photoshop, free trial. At least you can use a free trial. I'm at the point now. You know, my free trial expired probably 10 years ago. All right. By the way, guys, if you haven't downloaded my free 2D game kit below, feel free to download that. Totally free, no gimmicks. Totally free 2D game kit. Use it however you want. I use this game kit to make a game for PewDiePie in 14 days. And also, there is a webinar below. And this is an hour-long webinar on how you can secure 6 figures with just a demo. I went full-time without even finishing my game, which was crazy. And I could teach you how I did it. There's a lot of marketing tactics and tricks and business entrepreneurial stuff that I'm going to teach you in this totally free webinar. Yeah, so feel free to sign up for it below, and you can watch it for free whenever you want. Okay. The next thing I want to do here, let's do an electrical explosion sound. So what I want to do is we're going to go to our rocket launcher. Explode. Here we go. And I'm going to take this, and I'm actually going to repurpose it for an electrical explosion, okay? So I'm going to open up an Audacity, and it's going to be faster, and it's going to be softer, and then we're going to go find an electrical explosion sound on freesound.org. So let's fade all this out pretty quick, and then we're also going to do a quicker, what am I saying here? Change the speed. We're going to make it quicker, yeah. So, yep, that's good. Okay. I kind of feel like it should have a glass sound. I don't know why. Like a breaking glass sound. So let's go ahead and jump into freesound.org. Take a look here. We're going to do glass shatter. I don't know why that's my gut, but that's my gut. So let's go ahead and open up a glass shatter sound effect in freesound.org. That one actually works for me right here. We'll probably combine multiple glass sound effects. And, you know, obviously, guys, you want to credit the people whose songs you're using, and whose sounds you're using. So, and like the Castlevania sound effect, I'm going to credit it. I don't know. That's the one sound effect in my entire career where I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to get an email from the creator of that or from his lawyer. But freesound.org, as long as you're using an attribution license and you attribute in the credits, you're good to go. Okay, and we're going to make a huge reverb sound effect here. So, reverb, large room size. It's almost like it's magic. And you set the wet gain pretty high. Bring down the dry gain. Okay, and then also set the reverberance pretty high and the room size pretty high. Okay, fade that out. And we're going to use a Paul stretch here. Paul stretch is going to stretch it out just a little bit. See that? And then drop down the volume. That's cool. I really like that. And then electrical pop. That's a cool sound. I like that. We're going to download that one. We'll open that up in Audacity as well. That was cool. This one right here. Ooh, I would like that. Let's take a look. That's cool. And then finally, we could probably just take the electrical sound. Or just type in electricity, and I want something that's like popping and snapping and crackling. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Yeah, we're going to download that one. And honestly, this sound that we're getting right here, it sounds like the sound I was looking for from Castlevania. So we'll just cut it to here. There we go. I'll probably bring this up. Merge all these tracks together. And then drop the volume down. We want it to be between -12 and -6. All right, export that out. Probably a little bit higher, actually. Okay, export that out. And this is going to be called Homing Missile Electric Explode. All right, go back into Unity here. And we can go to the big explosion effect here. Actually, what we need to do is we need to go to our sound manager. This is basically just my little shelf of sound effects. And I'm going to create a new... We could create a new shelf section. And what we're going to do is just have that homing missile sound. There we go. Drag it in. And we're going to copy this text. Kind of got to do this manually here. Let's see here. Go to our sound manager. Usually there's an editor tool that my developer made, but it's not working right now, so we actually have to copy the text. But it's called drone. Okay, so what we do is we go to homing missile right here, and then inside the projectile here, you can actually type in homing missile, and then paste that in. There we go. So that should play the explosion sound effect. I'm going to set it to pretty low. Low compression. Whoops. Go to homing missile. Go to override sample rate. Drop it down to 22. Hit apply. Okay, there we go. And the same is true with the electricity. Right here, we could just drop down the sample rate to be pretty low. So we go override sample rate and go down to 22. Hit apply. So now it sounds a little bit more like an old school game. I like that. Okay. All right. The grouped clips in Sound Manager showing up in the editor is a plugin. It's not a plugin. What I mean is it's an editor script that my developer AJ, and you can follow him below. It's what he created. And so what the Sound Manager allows us to do is group certain sound effects per enemy type, and then we can just use a drop-down menu. The problem is when the editor script is in Unity, it crashes when I try and build it. So I removed the editor script, so we can't see the sound effects in a drop-down. So I have to just paste in the actual sound name. Okay, let's try it out. Let me double-check something here. Okay, we're good. All right, let's take a look at the explosion sound. And obviously there needs to be a shoot sound as well. That didn't work. Huh. It's not finding it, which sucks. So let's go back to our sound manager here and take a look. Sound manager. Let's see here. Let us see what's going on. Drone. There's the sound. But for some reason it's not playing. We might need to bring that editor script back. You know. Oh, Thomas. Drone. There we go. All right. So that's good. I know that's going to work. Just because. So we're going to go ahead and find a shoot sound as well. So there's a spit sound effect used in Hollow Knight. We're going to steal that. No, I'm kidding. But there is a sound effect in Hollow Knight that I really, really like. And it's like a spit sound that one of the enemies use. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can find something that's similar. By the way, guys, I do want to let you know that today's live stream, like usual, like always, is sponsored by my online program, Full Time Game Dev. If you are a student, feel free to say hi in the chat. Guys, the course is 25% off. Use the coupon code below and join over 2,000 students worldwide. Guys, this course obviously supports my studio and supports the production of this game, but it also supports you. It's an investment in your future because you're going to learn what I've learned in the last 5 years of making indie games. And not only making indie games, but paying my bills with indie games. So I can actually teach you with this 30-hour program how you can make 6 figures with publishers, with crowdfunding, and the best part is you can actually do this with just a demo, a 15-minute demo. So I'm going to teach you how to make that demo, 2D and 3D. I'm going to teach you how to make that demo and how to pitch it to publishers and how to create a massive Kickstarter campaign. And, well, if you follow the steps that I've done, hopefully, cross your fingers, you can actually secure 6 figures from both. And I've done it multiple times. And on top of all of that, I teach you marketing tricks on how to get coverage from the press, like I have, Washington Post, Time Magazine, PC Gamer. It's a huge course, massive course. Guys, this could very well be the next step in your indie game career. It's not gimmicky, I promise. I'm not tricking you. My students love the course, and I have incredible reviews for the course. So feel free to use that coupon code below. It's an investment in your future. But hey, if this annoys you, I totally get it. There's also free content below as well. Free webinar and also a free 2D game kit. But ultimately, guys, this is an investment. And I just want to let you know that it's a great course and it supports the channel. And hey, there's a 30-day money back guarantee. No questions asked. So feel free to check that out below. Okay, we're going to find a spit sound. Spit electricity. Electrical toothbrush. So no spitting. How about this? Electrical pop. We're going to combine this with a spitting sound and a farting sound, and it's going to be all in one sound, okay? There we go. We have an electrical switch. I love the mixture of a fleshy organism able to produce electricity. I think that's really interesting. Kind of like a jellyfish, right? That doesn't work. Nope, that's an electrical guitar. So we don't want that. Ooh, I like that. Download that. Okay, and then we'll make a fart sound with our mouth and a sound effect with our mouth too, spitting sound. So we're gonna sort of mix all these together in Audacity, okay? Let's go ahead and drag this in here. Okay. See if you guys can hear everything okay. All right. Samuel San. There you go, buddy. I said your name. Congratulations. All right. Spitting sound effect. Mixed with that weird, this popping sound. Let's increase the pitch. Let's see here. Good, okay. And let's do a spitting sound. Good. Drop that down. Good, okay. Obviously it's clipping. I don't really mind though. Kind of sounds cool. And then a fart sound. That's it right there. Okay. And it's going to have a delay to it. So it's going to be the spit sound and then a fart sound. Let's see if that sounds good. Okay, I like that. And then mix it with an electricity sort of crackling sound. So we'll go to freesound.org here. Electricity. I spelled that wrong. See if we can find a good one. That's good. And we'll add a reverb to that so it doesn't sound, oddly enough, when something has like an interior sort of room reverb, If you add a big reverb to it, you can actually get away with it. So let's go ahead and take it, because it sounds more like it's magical, oddly enough. So let's go ahead and drag that in to Audacity. There we go, and it'll be this. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead here, generate silence, and then the reason we're generating silence is we can have it we can make it have a long reverb tail. There we go. And let's see if we can probably, I probably need to combine all this. Tracks, mix and render. You can see we're peaking pretty hard right here. So we can actually just, there we go. There we go. And then fade this out here. All right, good. Export as wave. This is going to be drone flesh shoot. Right? There we go. Go into Unity here. And we're going to go to our drone here. And we can actually choose what the shoot sound is. Let's see here. Actually, no. It's going to be the homing missile. There we go. Audio source. We're going to go drone flesh shoot. There we go. Okay. Let's take a look. Good. Is it even hurting me? It's hurting me, but there's no like hurt sound or hurt effect. Ah, that's weird. It's probably just because it's too loud, you know? So let's go ahead and drop the volume down a little bit. Let's see if we can do that. Yeah, we'll drop the volume down. It's a little too loud. 0.6F. Hopefully that'll give us a better idea. One sec here. What's DE? Damageable entity. Ah, yes. Okay. If stat does not equal null and there is a player, then the player is going to take damage. Okay. Meaning there should be a damage effect. So let's take a look at the player stat script. There it is. See what take damage is. Take damage, so it should play that effect. Yeah, there it is. Take damage, it should do that. The problem is, White Flash Animator is not being rendered for some reason. Let's take a look. Let's go to the White Flash renderer. Should be in our canvas. White Flash. So if we go to game view here, that's what it should do. But I'm not seeing it. Let's exit maximize on play. And I'm going to go ahead and hit play and see what happens. That's the White Flash. What about the Red Flash? That should be occurring when I get hurt. But it's not. Let's take a look. Let's see if it works. So let's get hit by the electrical orb and see what's happening. It's not. How strange, right? Let's see if take damage is even occurring. Debug.log. Take damage. See if we get a debug. Zoom out. Okay. Exit. Actually, exit maximize and play here. Yep. There we go. All right, we're gonna look at the bottom of the console here and see if it comes up. Take damage occur. So interesting. Let's take a look at the animator, okay? There's a lot of windows open here. Let's see if we can make some room. Let's zoom out here. There we go. So we should be able to watch and see what happens when I get hit. Here it comes. Okay, it did the red flash, but I'm not seeing it. Huh. That's so interesting. I can't see the red flash, you know? So, yeah, I don't know, guys. Are y'all seeing a red flash? Because I'm not seeing one. You know? I'm not seeing one. I'm not seeing one. Let's go one more time. I'm just not seeing one. Come on, buddy. Come say hi. I'm not seeing one. It could just be that the lighting is making it go away or something. So interesting. I guess it is. But I think we should make it a little bit more. Let's try it. Let's make it a little more prominent, okay? So like that. Just for now. Okay? Let's try that out. Pretty intense. It's going to last for about half a second. So something like this. Okay? Let's see what happens. Stop. All right, let's go. Okay, it works. All right, yay, it works. Good. I don't know why. I just couldn't see it. That's good. That is good news. Good news. All right. Good. All right. Well, that's good news. Let's go. That's right. Pro MT. All right. So we've got a red flash occurring. We've got an explosion effect. Now let's do some sort of explosion effect out of the mouth. The mouth of the enemy, right? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to our guns. In this case, I think the Luger is fine. We're just going to copy what the Luger shoot effect is. Okay. All right. So there is the pistol. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the gunshot particles here, and we're going to put that on the flying enemy. So it's the drone. Okay. There we go. let's go inside the drone here. Oh, wrong one. Oh, that's the blend file. There's a lot of drones here. What's happening? Oh, drone father variant. Okay. So let's go inside this and let's see if we could paste that in. Okay. So there's the gunshot particles here. And there's our buddy. He looks so weird without lighting. It's going to be right here. And we should probably have a shoot animation as well. No, it's fine. Old school. It's old school, right? I don't care. So we're just going to do... Let's do this gunshot particle here. Let's see what it looks like first. Let's set the rate over time to 5. Oh, gosh. I should probably change the model. It just looks really inappropriate right now. I'm gonna stay zoomed out for a little bit here. Woo. Okay, so let's change. Excuse me. Let's change the gunshot particles. I like the way they look, actually. I don't really have a problem. So let's go set them to 0 here. And shoot particles. Can we create some shoot particles? I think we can. Create projectile. All right, there's the instantiation of the projectile. But the truth is, hey, you know what we could do? We could actually probably take that and put it inside of the homing missile. Paste it. Yeah. Zero it out. Zero out the rotation. And I believe... No. I want to do it the other way. This is a little too complicated. So let's actually just go into the drone. And... yeah, we're just going to paste in. There we go. I know the webcam's off. Hold on, guys. I'm going to fix it. Don't worry. Okay. So that looks good. And so we're going to go ahead and set the rate over time to 0. Then we're going to go inside of the drone enemy type. And all we're going to do is we're going to create a new particle emitter. Whoops. Right here. So it's going to be a serialized field. It's going to be called particle. It's going to be a particle system. And we're going to call this shoot particles. And all we got to do right here is go to where we're creating the projectiles. We go shoot particles dot emit. We can do 2 or 3. 3's fine. Let's take a look. And those are not going to play by default, guys, right? So they're not going to do anything. They're just sitting there. Let's take a look. I don't know what's happening. Oh, we've got an unassigned reference exception. Okay. Well, that was weird. Sorry, guys. That really scared me. Let me try and relax a little bit. What's the problem? Let's go to our drone. We need to actually assign the particles, right? So go to gunshot particles. There it is. All right. That was weird. Let's go ahead and play again. Ignited CMS says, man, that woke me up. Oh man, what's the time code here? Can someone email the time code to thomas@fulltimegamedev.com and say awesome clip? I'm not sure what the time code was. If you do that again, Thomas, you need to you need to issue a health warning. Oh. Yeah, email me that clip so I can remember, guys. Actually, Hector is the guy who's gonna create a clip out of it. Sorry. Okay, let's try this again. Get ready, guys. Hold on. Let me turn down the volume for you guys so you don't get freaked out here. Because I don't want to get sued. All right. The hurt sound isn't playing though. Look at that. What is that? Huh. Interestingly, I'm getting hurt every time. So I don't know why that's happening. I don't know why that's happening. Why is that happening? Why am I getting hurt every time? Let's double check. Am I getting hurt every time? Let's watch my health. Okay, I'm not. Okay. Well, I mean, obviously, you know, the shoot effect. Interestingly, here's what we need to do. Here's one thing that I know we can do. Projectile spawn point is I don't even know what that is. So first off, let's double check what the projectile spawn point is. Let's go to our. I'm losing my brain here. Drone. This is a lot of work here. Or what am I trying to say? This isn't going as fast as I would have liked it to go. That's okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at the projectile spawn point. Okay, looks like I don't have one. So I need to expose that in the inspector. So let's take a look. Public transform. Oh, it's in the references. Okay. So look for the header references. There it is. Projectile spawn point. Projectile point is right there. So we're going to put it right here. And then also that gunshot particles, we're going to make this look a little bit prettier. We're going to make it look like electricity. I'm going to zoom out. Okay. Muzzle flash, it's pretty good. What if I set it to 10? Yeah, we could probably just make it more. So the way you do that is we're just going to go to the Visual Studio here. And we're going to go to the create projectile. And we're going to, let's admit, how about 7? 7's fine. And honestly, you know, the muzzle flash could probably be a little bit bigger. So 6 and then 12. Just so you could see it better. Smoke, we could probably do 1 and then 3. And then this one can be a little bit bigger as well. Start size. That's good. So let's set it to 10 and see what we get. I feel like that's a better... I just want to be able to see it, you know? So let's just test it out. Here we go. Whoa! It's hitting itself. We really should not have it able to hit itself. So let's go to the homing missile. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to create some kind of delay with the collider. All right, so we've got this sphere collider here. It's going to disable itself when it spawns, and then it's going to enable itself. The reason why I'm doing it this way as opposed to in the physics editor is because I may actually want it to hit itself. That might be cool if you could move it and sort of run around and then have it hit an enemy. So I don't want to disable it entirely. So let's go to the projectile here. First off, let's just double check that we don't have a delay here. Okay. So let's go ahead and go to the projectile, and then we're going to create a new variable. We're going to create a new serialized field. Yeah, serialized field, and then it's going to be called public, or not, it's not public, it's going to be a float, and then delay collider enabling. Delay collision, delay active collider. What's a better word? I don't know. Delay active collider is fine. And by default, it's going to be set to 0. We don't want anything. But what I will say is on awake, what we can do is we can actually just set the collider. Do I have a collider here? I should have a collider referenced. Let's double check something here. The projectile is, it should have a collider. On collision enter. There it is. Okay. Okay, we don't have a reference to the collider at all. That's weird though. Why is that? Why don't I have a reference to this collider here? Sphere collider. Look at that. How strange. I can't even see it. Let's go to gizmos here. Oh, I think I know what was going on. Look, look, look. -5. Hold on, set that to 0. Increase the radius. If I disable this collision, what happens? This collider, what happens? Because I'm wondering, how are we even checking on collision enter if there's no collider attached, you know? Is it checking the child? Okay, so for some reason it works. That's so weird. Let's go back to the homing missile. Does anybody know what's going on here? Look, there's no collider attached to the homing missile. Where is... Oh, we have a box collider. What is this? What is the box collider? Ugh. And there's a sphere collider. Oh, disable that. We've got a lot of sphere colliders. So if I disable all of them, I didn't know that you could check collision of a parent object based on a child's collider. I just didn't know that. I had no idea. How strange. Okay, so we have this box collider here. Let's disable that. And let's try again. Did you guys know that? I didn't know that. Okay, good. All right. So, what we can do is we can actually just go to the homing missile here, and I'm going to add a collider here. I think it should be a sphere collider. For some reason, it's off center. And there's the size. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the projectile script here. And I'm going to say... I'm trying to think here how I want to do this. Oh, look. Get components in children. Okay. All right. So we need a component, just one sphere collider component. So we can actually delete both of these. We don't need those. And we're just going to add it to one of them. Okay. So it needs to be in the child. There it is. And I believe this should work just fine. Save it out. Sorry guys, one sec here. I'm trying to check something. Okay, good. All right, so here's what we need to do. We're gonna go to the homing missile. We're gonna go to the projectile. And we're gonna say if delay active collider is greater than 0. That's the first check. All right. We're gonna say get component collider. Get component in children. And we're gonna say dot enabled equals false. Okay. That's the first step. And honestly, we could probably just do a function. It could be called activate collider. Okay. Yeah, that's what we'll do. And then we'll go to activate collider, and then we'll be able to set how long we want that activity or activation to, or when we want it to happen. So let's see if we can get a. Let's go to the player statistics here. What I'm going to do is actually, yeah, we're going to copy this IEnumerator here because I always just copy my IEnumerators. IEnumerator is going to allow us to put in a yield. Okay. Well, crap. Hold on. Go to controller here. Player controller. Let's get the IEnumerator from here. Enum. Is there one in here? There should be one in here. Or I could just Google it. Search. Find in files. Freeze. There we go. That didn't do it either. Okay, I'm gonna Google it. IEnumerator Unity. I'm gonna copy this. I always just copy these. I don't actually memorize them. There we go. All right, let's go to our projectile here. There we go. And we're gonna say activate collider. And it's just gonna wait for a certain amount of time, right? So it's gonna be, what's the word? What is the variable called? I forgot it already. Delay active collider. We're going to wait for a certain amount of seconds, and then we're going to activate the collider. Okay? That's all we got to do. And you know, it would be kind of unfair, you know? It would be unfair if the player was like right in front of the enemy and it just shot a missile and it hit the player. So I actually am okay with delaying by like 2 seconds. Okay, so let's go to our Unity. And so if this value is 0, none of this is going to happen. But if the value is something like 2 seconds, it'll happen. So what it's going to do, it's going to disable the collider, wait 2 seconds, and then enable it. There we go. We're going to do 2 here. Let's try it out. And the reason it's happening now is because, remember, we moved the position of the launch to occur inside the enemy. That's why it's colliding with itself. There we go. Okay, it didn't work. Why didn't it work? Let's take a look. Why did you not work? Okay, let's take a look here. Okay, let's go to our scene view. It's paused right now, so we're gonna go to our missile. There it is, homing missile. It should wait 2 seconds, so let's go ahead and double check inside. There we go. Ah, that's why, Thomas. It's because it doesn't know what the collider is. It can't find it because it's not enabled. So what we have to do is we have to actually go to this here and go to, we gotta choose sphere collider. Yeah. Can we just do a generic? I wish we could do a generic collider. You know? Is that possible to do a generic collider? I think it is. It is, okay. And we're gonna go to if, we're gonna say if collider does not exist, then we're gonna find one. We're gonna say collider equals get component children, right? So that's the first step, right? The second step is saying, okay, well, collider dot enabled equals false. Okay. So we can specify what it is if we want in the inspector, or it's just going to find it for us. In this case, to be sure, I'm actually going to drag it in. Okay. It's going to be, remember this one here? There it is. Okay. Let's try it out. So it should actually hit the player after 2 seconds. Well, well, well. Still not doing it. Let's take a look here. Electricity sphere. It should enable itself. Look, it's not enabling it. Ah, let's see here. We've got a couple issues. The first one is this one. I don't know why we have all these colliders here. So let's just remove them all. There's just a lot of them that are disabled, and I'm getting confused. So there's that one. So what we should be doing here is this should enable. Huh. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go to the script here. First thing I want to do is just turn off the enable equals false. Is that because... No? Ah, yes, Thomas. That's why. Oh, Thomas. Thomas. We need to go to collider here and actually type in the variable name. There we go. All right, you guys ready? Let's take a look. Come on. What on earth? Has it not been 2 seconds yet? What? Oh, Thomas, come on, buddy. I know you said it in the chat. All of you said it in the chat. I'm realizing it now. Start coroutine. Okay, so that should do it, guys. So, it should shoot it. The collider will be disabled. After 2 seconds, it'll enable itself, and then it will act as a regular missile. One, two. Okay, good. All right, so it's not going to be 2 seconds. It's going to be 1 second is fine. 2 seconds is a little long. And that's that, guys. Sweet. Okay, very good. Yeah, 2 seconds is a little bit much. A little bit much. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. By the way, just remember this. All of my streams are sponsored by Full Time Game Dev. It supports the channel and it supports the production of this game. But more importantly, it does support you. It's an investment in your future, and over 2,000 game devs on the Discord server. Well, there's 1,000 on the Discord server. There's 2,000 students worldwide in the program. So if you want to join the program, it's 25% off. There is a link in the description. Use that promo code. The promo code is LIVESTREAM. Guys, you're going to learn everything that I've learned in the last 5 years of making indie games. And that includes securing 6 figures in funding from publishers, from Kickstarter. I've done this multiple times. And guys, I'm living my dream, making indie games, and I'm doing it live in front of you guys. And I teach you how to do it. So yeah, consider investing in your future. Check out the program. It's super highly rated. And here's the best part. 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you buy the course and you don't like it, seriously, you just email me. You get a refund immediately. No questions asked. You're also going to learn how to make 2D games from scratch, 3D games from scratch. It's a 30-hour program, so there is a lot of content to go through and a lot of things to learn. And you're also going to learn how to secure press coverage, like I have, from Time Magazine, Washington Post, PC Gamer. So there's a lot to learn in this program, guys. So feel free to check it out below. 25% off. And I'll see you there. Oh, and the best part. This is the other best part. There's like 3 best parts. Bi-monthly mastermind meetings with me. You get to hang out, talk twice a month, and ask questions. Guys, it's always fun to do live streams with you. I appreciate you supporting the channel. And if you don't want to check out the course, hey, check out my free 2D game kit below. This game kit was created for PewDiePie's 14-day game jam, where I played a game with PewDiePie in front of his audience. And I made a game in 14 days with this game kit. You can use this exact game kit totally free. I don't care who you are or why you want to do it. You can even sell what you make with the game kit. I don't even care. And on top of that, there's also a webinar below. It's an hour long, packed with value about how you can secure 6 figures. My 3 secrets in securing 6 figures before you even finish your game. So that's my wonderful ad read, guys. Thanks for hanging out. This was really, really fun. I'll talk to you later. The program, by the way, Ponder is asking, you're asking what's the program called? It's called Full Time Game Dev. And the link is in the description. And by the way, guys, if you're in the program, feel free to say hi in the chat. It's always nice to see you guys in the chat. So that's what it's called. And yeah, it does support me, and it supports my studio and the production of these games. Guys, I'll be honest. One of the primary reasons I live stream, it's pretty obvious at this point, is it also provides income for my studio. We sell courses, but I also sell video games on Nintendo Switch, Xbox, PS4, and mobile. So there's a ton of revenue streams for my studio. And what's interesting, and I teach this, is that there are multiple ways to bring in revenue besides just selling a game on Steam. And so what I'm doing right now, this is one of the ways I bring in income. Just one of the ways. One of my primary sources of income is actually a game called Neversong as well. But I teach all of that in my online course. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for hanging out. And Tony Trey, you're asking, will these live streams stay up? These live streams will stay up, but they are unlisted. Okay? So you need to go to the playlist inside my channel. All of these are stored on the playlist. So yeah. Bye, guys. Hang on. Ponder says, I found it. Hey, Ponder, I will give you a shout out. I wanted to let you know. I don't want you to sign up right now and not get a shout out. So if you do sign up, you will get a shout out during the live streams. Does anybody have any quick questions? I'll do a quick Q&A here. 5 minutes if that's cool. Why is my camera out of focus? It's not out of focus. It's just I look awful today. Does anybody have any quick questions for me today? Let's see here. Rackshit says, I will also sign up. Cool. Okay, Rackshit, if you sign up, I will give you a shout out, buddy. Why are you married? That's a weird question. I like marriage. Marriage is fun. And I like having kids. And it's hard to have kids, honestly, when you're not married. Because it's a big process. Obviously, it's a quick process at first, but then you actually have kids, and it's a big investment, and it's good to have a partner. Rackshit says, I will buy your course. That's awesome. Thomas, do you find the need to optimize your games much? Yeah, of course, Scott. And I've found that I've had to optimize 2D games, even like Neversong. That was really tough to optimize that game for Nintendo Switch and mobile. Fortunately, I had a team member really helping. Alex Hughes says, when will you be posting new content on your full-time game dev course? Dude, we are posting it right now. Go check it out. There's actually 3 new episodes up on how you can create an indie game trailer and a viral one. I've never gone fully viral, but I've gotten I think 100,000 views on my Pinstripe trailer, and I think 60,000 on Neversong. I could be wrong there. But yeah, I could teach you how to make a great trailer. And 3 episodes are up right now. The 4th and 5th one are going to be uploaded this week. So there you go, new content. All right. Samuel, is that how you say your name? It's just spelled interestingly. I like it. I just started a 3D game design. What advice can you give me? And how can I get founder knowing that I live in a third world country? I just started 3D game design. What advice? Whenever somebody's asking me when they live in a country that's honestly, and this is so frustrating, but outside of the United States, I know this is frustrating, but when people ask me this, I say, first thing you need to do, before learning the language of C#, you need to get fully familiar with English. And it's so frustrating and it's kind of offensive, I know, but I'm just giving you the blunt truth. The language barrier is going to be your hardest struggle, okay? And reaching out to publishers, reaching out to people like me, reaching out to partners, and people in the industry. So it's tough when your English is not at least 70%, right? So just it's hard, I know, and I'm not sitting here saying I'm smart. I'm a moron. I only know one language, but I'm just letting you know that is honestly, in my experience, when people reach out to me or when people are trying to get my help, if there is a language barrier, it's really hard for me to help. So make that a priority. So Marco puts it really well, and it's unfortunate, but English buys you a lot, and it does. And it's just frustrating. So I get it. I really do. Okay, Carl Carden. Welcome, buddy. Carl Carden just joined Full-Time Game Dev. That's awesome. So shout out to Carl. Thank you so much, dude. And I hope the program is a huge investment for you and you love it. And guys, just remember, Carl, 30-day money-back guarantee. I just want you to learn a lot, and I don't want your money if it doesn't help you. Okay. And Rackshit, you mentioned if you wanted to buy the course as well, so I will give you a shout out if you do. Yes, correct. This is one of my ways of selling a course. I do give shout outs, but I also appreciate you guys a lot. Ponder says, do your courses cover Unreal at all? No, they do not, unfortunately. But they cover 3D and 2D game design. And here's the most important part about my courses that a lot of people don't fully realize when they're getting into game development. Learning Unity and Unreal is not the problem with most game devs. The problem is learning how to be an entrepreneur as a game developer, marketing yourself, reaching out to publishers, crowdfunding campaigns, reaching out to press, building a press list, securing front page coverage on Steam. I've done all of this. And that's half of what my course offers. And guys, there's so many courses out there. I don't think one of them covers as much as I cover when it comes to being an entrepreneur as a game developer. All right. Okay. Rackshit says, when will you release Father? I don't know. Rackshit, we're gonna figure it out together. I don't know. Kelsey Brush says, what do you do if your husband is obsessed with making video games? Oh, brother. Well, what you usually do is you should show up on their live stream and tell them to get off work. Guys, it is 5:23. How much will, really quick, we got 3 more questions. Kelsey, you're hilarious. Welcome, Kelsey. Guys, everybody say hello to my wife. Hanging in the chat. Hanging out in the chat. Madalena says, I missed most of the last couple of streams, sadly. Did you find female voice acting? And do you do jumping sounds? Or did you get the jumping sound effects? I did not, actually. I did not. I did not. All right. Well, guys, I think that's everything. I think that's everything. I will talk to you later. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.